Hello everyone, as you'll probably have known, Hypixel is having its 10-year anniversary, right now, and with it they released a bingo event where you play certain minigames and tasks to fill out bingo cards and get rewards. This video will be my documentation of the event so far. Alright, for game 1 I needed to play TNT tag, and the task I needed to complete was hitting some guy and giving them the TNT. That was literally it, so let's just take a look at the footage. And it's in 140p. Well, I ended up getting the bingo point in that clip. Unfortunately, however, the footage sucks. The only consolation prize was that the 7-minute clip only took up 100 megabytes on my storage, so I guess that's pretty cool. The second task I needed to complete was just killing some dude in the pit. I would fight some guy named Johnny11, I don't know how to pronounce that, and he would actually put up a decent fight against me, but alas, he was no match for the block hit spam. Game 3 is Pixel Party, and the goal is to survive 3 rounds for my bingo point. I somehow managed to almost lose the first round, but luckily though, I narrowly make it. After that it was pretty much smooth sailing, no rounds were overly difficult, and in case you're wondering, I did lose that match, because I'm bad. For the next game, we have Satan's Labyrinth, better known as Paintball. The task for this game was to get a kill streak, that was it. The problem for me though is I didn't know what that meant, and I thought it meant I needed to kill like 5 people in a row or something. And let's just say, for somebody who doesn't play paintball, that is a very difficult thing to do. The second problem with the game is that there was this god-awful nuke sound. It was the worst thing ever. It was just keep going and it wouldn't stop. It made playing paintball like the worst experience ever. My team would end up losing the first round, and I didn't get my bingo point, but I didn't give up, so I immediately just went to the paintball shop and bought every single perk I could afford, and then went back into a game of paintball. I was fully prepared to get whatever amount of kills necessary in order to get a kill streak, just for me to realize that what it meant by have a kill streak was to use the golden nugget item called kill coins and purchase one of the kill streak shop items. 0 out of 10 experience, would not do again. I hate that nuke sound, it was the worst thing ever. The only consolation prize for playing paintball was that I got an achievement award, which I of course claimed. Alright, for the next game, it was Murder Mystery. This game's task was to collect 10 gold as an innocent player and get a bow. So I spawn in and instantly people are dying off. I knew I had to act fast, so I rushed to collect as much gold as I could, and the round was over. So as round 2 starts, I instantly find some gold on the floor, then the next 30 seconds or so I just spend looking for gold, but then, suddenly, murder. At this point I saw a green person behind me, and the people in front of me running past me just so happened to die as they go behind me. This left me with a pretty good idea on who the murderer was, so I knew to collect as much gold as I could to quickly kill that green person I saw. Soon enough, I had enough gold and had a bow. Now I needed to find the green person to finally shoot and kill them. There I am, lined up, perfectly ready to shoot the green man, and I miss! Not even close! So I immediately start running, but they obviously just catch him and stab me and I die. Game 6, attack a hider in Farm Hunt. So naturally I spawn in as a hider. The only thing for me to do now is to be as obvious as possible as the hider to hope and get killed, and there they were, a seeker. So I immediately start trying to get their attention and quickly realize they don't seem to be fully aware of what is going on around them. But then I get to thinking, Meep City lover, Roblox Meep City, it all makes sense now. They play Roblox, not Minecraft. No wonder they didn't seem to have a sense of reality. Eventually though, Meep City Lover does kill me, and I get to finally become a seeker and go kill some hiders, find some crafting table guy and immediately kill them, just to not receive my bingo point. I thought this was pretty odd, so I returned to the lobby to check my bingo points, just to find out I've been playing hide and seek and not farm hunt. So I've been wasting my time hanging out with Alex Neutron when I could have gotten my bingo point by now. So as I actually play farm hunt this time and get my bingo point, Suddenly, I'm being shot at from a field. So of course I go to inspect the crime that had just been committed against me, just to find nothing out of the ordinary. So of course I just move on with my day and try to commit a home invasion, the usual, when suddenly I'm being shot at again. I know something was up. As an American, my gun senses were tingling, so I go back to the field to start shooting all the animals I could find. You know, the most easy response to such a situation. And that's when I find him, an Animorph. It was time to kill it, and so I quickly subdue the foul beast. Then of course I go on to win the game shortly afterwards. For the next bingo point, I needed to get this, fish in the main lobby. What am I, a lobby sitter? Well, I had to do it to get my bingo point. It was the worst experience of my life, but it only surprisingly took 10 minutes, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Game 9, Smash Heroes. The task is assigned was to knock a player into the void. Now, this is actually a really simple goal. However, there is one caveat to this. You need to actually play Smash Heroes. Now, this is actually a lot easier said than done because apparently Smash Heroes are just like allergic to queuing, so I spent a good amount of time just like lobby swapping, trying to find a full queue just so I could play the godforsaken game. So as I find a game that will actually queue, the game starts. I immediately lock into combat with some dude named Elijah, but they spelled their name in like the worst possible way. Elijah would end up putting up a good fight, at one point almost knocked me into the void, but in the end they were no match for Botman, or Botmon, I don't know, and they went into the void. The rest of the game I've spent it attempting to inflict as much damage as possible while receiving none, so I guess it's really not much different than I would play any other time. But out of nowhere, my old nemesis, Elijah, he stops me. He asks if I would allow him to knock me off into the void, so he can get his bingo point. In return, he would jump off the void and let me win. I go along because I don't really care if he betrays me in the end, because I don't think I'm going to get stopped 8 years from now and be told I can't join the new top guild because my Smash Hero stats weren't up to scratch. But it didn't matter anyway because he jumped off after he killed me, and I got the win. For Game 10, I needed to play Vampire Z, and with the goal of killing a vampire. I ended up just camping in the house the entire time. I even made a little friend named Lord Serious Pig, but unfortunately he would be killed by a vampire. But I did avenge him before getting murdered by 50 other vampires shortly afterwards. For the next game, I needed to play the worst of them yet, Wool Wars. I wasn't in a party, and I was just teamed with some random nons. My goal? Just to place some wool in the center of the map. The first round did not go well at all. But in the second round, I picked up a bow and chased after some dude named Static. He tried to shoot me, but alas, he didn't seem to have any aim. Next, I went on to just kill the rest of the other red players, and I filled in the wool, earning me my bingo point. For the third round, I was feeling a little less confident since one of my teammates decided to abandon the team. So much for a team effort, but nevertheless, I continued on. I picked up a speed buff and got jumped by a blue player, but his ambush didn't really equate to much. It didn't matter though, because I got slaughtered that round anyway. The fourth round, me and my teammates agreed to stick together, and we ended up killing one of the red players, at the cost of my teammate, however. I then rushed to the middle, hoping to quickly place the wool, only to realize the other red players just somehow died. So I just placed it in the wool and won that round. For the fifth round, I decided to do the same strat I had been doing, which is pick up the item and then try to kill one of the red players. I almost killed one of the red players, but he escaped before I could kill him. It wouldn't matter though, because no matter what I did, I wouldn't make it to the middle in time to stop the red guy placing down the wool. Alright, for game 12, we have Arena Brawl. The goal? Use my ultimate ability. I don't really understand what to do in Arena Brawl. All I knew is I just had to hit somebody and wait for my ultimate cooldown to like wear off. So I ended up fighting some Iron Golem skin for about a minute before my ultimate was ready. there wasn't really much to do in Arena Brawl, honestly, except it was like fighting a hacker because neither of us took knockback. So that's okay, I guess. For the next game, we have the Blitz survival games. So of course my first objective is to secure a friendship with Gamizations. Next, I have to be the first person to open a chest 5 times for my bingo point. I thought this meant I had to be the first to open a chest in a single round of Blitz, so I thought this task would be a lot harder than it actually was. The next thing I had to do was bully some Gay Chad skin. I mean, I was chasing that guy for like light years. It was going on for 10 billion years before I finally received my Archer 9 kit and gunned him down. That dude was just demolished after I got that kit. But I couldn't really relax for too long because I instantly got jumped by some dude who actually got jumped himself. And the jumper of the jumper got speed too and immediately just starts chasing me. So I do the best strategy and to just hide in the water. It worked and he just ran off. But then I go on to make the worst conceivable strategy I could have done. And I decided to pick a fight with a guy with an enchanted diamond chestplate, enchanted iron helmet, enchanted iron boots, and some chainmail leggings. It did not go well, needless to say, and I got absolutely destroyed by that dude. I didn't end up getting my bingo point that round, but in the next game, I ended up getting my bingo point. It wasn't very climactic. I just kind of found a chest and I got the bingo point. So yeah. And then I got immediately destroyed in the deathmatch, but that part's not very important. We have the most challenging task yet. For this game, we have Quakecraft. Now this is actually a very, very difficult thing to do. We need to use our dash ability in Quakecraft. By far the most difficult thing to do in any Hypixel minigame. So what you have to do is scroll over to your hoe and your hotbar, or if you're a professional, you can press the 1 on your computer keyboard to reach the hoe. If you've done that, you're pretty much a master already, but here's the new hard part. You need to left click on your mouse to dash. This is very difficult. I only managed to do it after years of practice, but I managed to do it and get my bingo point, and then lost horribly in that game of Quake.